Welcome, I am Dude, it is After Dark, and this is a reaction video to the update for Fire Emblem Heroes for April of 2022. Why am I doing this reaction video? Because I have a strong reaction. Spoiler, it's about the amount of time that we'll be able to use our bonus heroes. And before that, just going through this in order, the first thing, there's an Arena Assault update. We're going to get the Tactical Retreat feature. And we're going to get Dragon Flowers. Okay, I'm happy about the Dragon Flowers because I feel like Dragon Flowers are just under-delivered in this game. And the way I look at it is, if you, the player, have basically picked like one unit from every year of the game that you want to keep current, that's 600 Dragon Flowers for each of those every year. But the game's been going on for 5 years, so that's like 5 units. That's 3,000 Dragon Flowers, and we don't get that many Dragon Flowers, so, it's like, we need more in the game. As to the Tactical Retreat feature, so this is one of those things, I'm able to generally stay at the very top in Arena Assault. I've made top 1,000 usually, as long as it's water or earth season, and so I kind of like that. I don't want things to change, even though it is probably good for not only my blood pressure, but also people's overall enjoyment of the game. So overall, okay, Tactical Retreat, that's good. I guess it's fine. It's just competition that I didn't really want. And then the Dragon Flowers, yeah, that's just an unmitigated good thing. So here's the thing that I really wanted to talk about is the Arena bonus heroes. And I will say up front, like, I put so much time into plus 10ing a unit for every like 2-week season, and it sucks. It's awful. Like, I do not enjoy it. I'm grinding on like rival domains, which it's not fun. And there's absolutely no way I can do that in a week. Like, I can get 200,000 feathers over the course of 2 weeks. We get almost 100,000 just naturally. So the rest of it, well, I can do that. But if I'm basically having to grind 150,000 feathers, no, it's awful. And so my initial reaction to this was, this is just a total giveaway to pay-to-win players. They can go, the new heroes are released, they can spend their money on their orbs and get a plus 10, and haha, they can stay in tier 21, and plebes like me just get booted out. But then I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I already compete with those people. They already do that. They're already getting better units. Like, when I stay in tier 21, it's not because I found some way to outsmart the whales. It's because there aren't that many whales. Like, in my honest estimate, probably like 300 to 500 worldwide. And there's more than 500 spots for permanent spots in tier 21. But I'm able to get into those spots because, again, of those 10 merges that I'll put on a unit from the 4 or 3-star summoning pool or from the Grail shop. So I think what the impact of this is going to be is, first off, there's going to be a little bit of downward pressure on the score cutoff to stay in tier 21, just because it's harder to get the merges. So some of the people, like myself, are going to be trying to get there with fewer merges on their bonus units. The big problem is it's also going to mean sometimes I'm just not going to be able to make it. I'm going to be like, okay, I can get 4 merges on this unit, and I'm going to get booted out. And since I've spent about the last over a year and a half trying to build up the legendaries that will let me stay in tier 21, it's kind of defeating. It's frustrating. So I'm thinking about ways I can kind of, on my account, ameliorate this. And the first thing is, instead of needing 1 legendary for 3 seasons, now I need 2 legendaries for 3 seasons. And the math behind it says, basically, if you go from 1 plus 10 legendary to 2 plus 10 legendaries, that bonus unit can have 2 fewer merges. Like, okay, you know, that's 40,000 feathers there. The second thing I could do, but I'm quite possibly not going to because it strikes me as something that could go disastrously wrong, is you can build one super unit, like the new Dagger, the new Crom, and bounce that unit from season to season. And it has to be a plus 10 unit, and that's part of why I don't want to do this, is because if you get a disaster scenario and you spend 1,000 orbs and you get like 4 copies of a unit, like you're just screwed. Again, just looking at like how the merges work out, using Ninjoran, who I was looking at recently, a +9 but otherwise maxed out Ninjoran scores exactly the same as a maxed out Yanfei. You have to have that 10th merge on these kind of units. So that's why I don't think I'm going to be pursuing that, but if you do, between the double mythics or double legendaries and this maxed out unit, you can save yourself probably 3 merges, and you're probably down to needing like 5, maybe 6 merges on that bonus unit. It's viable, I guess. The next thing is kind of just hope that you get lucky, and the bonus units are units that you've already started merging. And to that, I have 3 suggestions for what IS could do to make this a little bit more palatable, and the first is expand from 10 bonus units to 15, where the 5 extra ones, it's like 2 from the Grail Shop, 2 from the 4-star summoning pool, and 1 that's from the 5-star summoning pool. And so, you know, like, that person who invested majorly in Ewan, all of a sudden they get this great benefit. And I think that would be good. I just think that would be good for everybody. The second thing, and it's a small thing, but if they could tell us before, like, 48, 72 hours before a season starts who the bonus units are going to be, I'd appreciate that. They don't have to say all of them. They don't have to say, like, new heroes. They don't have to put out spoilers, but just, you know, like, over the next month, what are the 10 or 12 regular summoning pool and Grail Shop units that are going to be bonus units? And lastly, isn't it about time that we were able to get merges on Anna and Alphonse and Sharena? But moving on. There are new memento events. Great. The lineup of limited time combat manuals is changing as expected. So if we look at the new combat manuals, I have a +2 Marth, Mini Marth. He is currently nailed to the bench, and let me assure you, I'm really excited about having a +3 Mini Marth who is still nailed to the bench. His fodder isn't great. He comes with, I think, shield defense and an oath skill, probably speed defense. I'm not quite sure. I don't really use oath skills. I don't like them that much. The other 5-star is Picnic Felicia. She's a very fast axe unit, so if you have invested like mid-range in her, she's probably a pretty good unit to add a merge to. If you're planning more on foddering her though, she has Special Fighter, and I think she's got a bond skill, like Speed Res Bond, Speed Def Bond, in the A slot. The other thing that's kind of cool about her is she has one of the first beast effective weapons, and it also is really hard to calculate how exactly it's going to work. So I've used her and her Picnic sister on ARD lines to sometimes decent effect. The 4-star combat manuals, we've got the Spider Plush Sophia. I recently was reminded in a most brutal fashion how good the Sophia's Spider Plush is. That's a really nice weapon. Hinata has Fury. Tailtew's good fodder as well. She has drive speed as well as, what is it? Oh, a double rally. Not a double rally plus, but it's a double rally, and one of the few you can get in the 4-star pool. Lucius is a good fodder because he's got a guard at his 4-star version, and if you 5-star him, you can get Swift Sparrow. And then Ross has Threatened Defense, and then the attack version of those skills that are based on a hit point check. Okay, whatever. I think he's probably going to be the least sought after of these units. Most of the talk about this is probably going to focus on the weapon refinery. I think Aversa is probably the most interesting unit because she used to be all over the game or all over the meta. She's fallen off for a lot of reasons, and some of those, unless they want to dump a lot of hit points on her tome, I don't think they're going to change. The main problem she has on defense is that in AR, it's really easy to run 4 mythics on a team, and that's going to give a carry unit 20 extra hit points. On defense, Aversa usually only gets 10 to 15 hit points, and since her tome works on a hit point check, she's basically giving up 5 hit points in that scenario. Maybe she'll be revived by this refine, I wouldn't mind. She is a cool unit. Tibarn, he also had some meta relevancy for a while, mostly because right when Beasts came out, people would forget that his threat range was going to change if he transformed, and people got sniped with that. I know I did it a few times. The other 3 units, none of them really have ever made much of an impact in the game. The Veronica is basically Flying Nino, but harder to get. She also has a combat manual available right now. So if you really do want this unit and really want to build her up, yeah, you can, or at least you can get a +1 if you can summon her on this. Ilger appeared on the Surtur banner. Surtur went great places. Ilger, not so much. Maybe her appearing here means that Surtur will come by soon. And then Selkie. Selkie's an interesting unit. She's got really high res, pretty good speed, and then she gets killed by not having enough attack or defense. So her ult from New Year's had damage reduction via a res check, which was interesting. I think maybe there isn't another unit that has that, but it's an interesting thing. I'm kind of guessing that that's what her weapon find is going to include, but if it has other stuff, I think she's also the first beast cav unit to get a refine. I think. We'll see. But yeah, it's an interesting mix of units. I actually have all of them, so I'm hoping that they get good stuff that I want to actually use, but, you know, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. So, these new traps that basically just get around Disarm Trap, I appreciate them because I don't use Disarm Trap, but I'm frequently bedeviled by it when people attack my AR defenses. The thing is, X equals structures level times 5 plus 35, where the maximum level is 4. So that means if you have 56 hit points, you get around this trap. I'm looking forward to getting leveled up, but for now, I don't think it's going to be everything that I might want it to be. But it's better than nothing, so we'll go from there. New songs in Aether Resort, that's cool. I love that this new skill for Summoner Duels is called Mass Confusion. I might use it, even if it sucks, just to say I used Mass Confusion. I inflicted Mass Confusion! So basically, it punishes enemy teams that cluster their people together, and then it, -7 to attack, def, and res. That's actually a pretty substantial debuff there. Favor level is going up by 100, which I think is just a standard thing. You should see that every month. Ebon Summoner in Milner's Strike. I don't even know what Ebon Summoner is, but its level is going up to 5. Yeah, that's exciting. Lissa and Gonzalez are getting attached, included in the Grail Shop. There's a quality of life thing where the game will try to prevent you from merging lower, basically lower rarity heroes into higher rarity ones. So, in like what they're showing, if you were to merge a 4-star Takumi into a 5-star Takumi, you'd probably be pretty upset about that, because all you'd get is like 120 SP and not a merge, an official merge on your unit. And then they're doing an art change. So that's about it for me. Again, the big thing to me was, man, this arena bonus thing, I guess my final thought on it is I think I did describe pretty heatedly that I hate grinding feathers for that. It's just painful. So in some ways I'm like, so what you're telling me is they're making a change that's just going to convince me to stop doing something that I hate. Maybe I can get behind that. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. Am I spot on? Did I mention something that you totally disagree with? Or did I shed some light on something that you had not seen before? That's it for me. I am Dude, and I am out of here.